Hey everyone, it's KIREI here for Bramble Fox, and I have a brand new layout using the fabulous upcoming May Fox box. I've pulled out the Today Was Awesome to use as my title, and I've also got the Paper Snips number 90 to come with the Fox Box Plus. You will have seen the Fox cut stencil as well that I had there. I did try to get that in, but I decided I didn't need to, so I didn't use that. Okay, so what have I got here? Now, this is a bit of a tried and tested. I think I was struggling a bit with this layout. And sometimes, I'll look back at my older layouts just to basically get inspiration from myself and things I've done previously. Now, photo strips are not something new for me. I've done them quite a lot. So I just went back over some sort of layouts and I had quite a few photos for this layout that I was hoping to include. So I decided I was going to go with my photo strips. So yeah. So if you're ever struggling with your mojo, look back at some of your older layouts and see if you can get some inspiration from them. Look at a design feature that you really like, or you might like the layout, or you might like the color combination that you've used, or the number of photos, whatever it might be. But get inspiration from yourself sometimes. So yeah, I definitely did that here. So I have got the really pretty Rosie's Studio Breakfast in Bed collection, and I've decided to go with that pretty pattern paper there with the leaves all over it and all the birds. And then I'm using one of the papers. It's just that pale blue diamonds. I did look at a couple of other pattern papers, I think in the pink and the darker blue. But I just decided I was going to stick to the softer colour. The blue would have looked really good as well, but I was going with for that sort of softer look. I felt worked for me. And then I've layered them up with just a strip here of the pink patterned paper. I've distressed the edges. I've actually torn those edges and just distressed them up. Now, my photos, I am using foam pads to mount them all the way down. Sometimes I do just add foam pads at the top with photos, but because they're photo strips, that doesn't work quite so well. Then I've pulled in, I have the die cut sentiments and the die cut ephemera here that I'm going to use. And I'm just playing around now with where everything's going to sit. I'm going to have a few little tags at the top. And I've just decided I've got a bit too much of a gap there. There we go. I've just tightened that up a little bit there at the top. So I've got the blue tag, and I've got a couple of other little journaling pieces, and that square and piece I'm just laying up to add a little bit more colour in there. And I can get stuck down. Oh, very good. I'm not going to be fiddling around too much with those. And then I'm going to create an embellishment cluster down that left-hand side. So I've taken that large floral piece of ephemera and cut it in half, because that way I could use it all along that side there. And then I'm just working with I've got the gold leaves, the little green leaves, and I'm just trimming them down a little bit so I can spread them along that cluster. And then I've got the paper snips. So I definitely get and add a few of those to the layout. And I do cut this one out, but actually I don't think I used that little green one in the end. No, I didn't. But I am going to punch out some of the DIY epoxy flair. So I've got Fabulous, and I've got Today and Smile, and you get the little epoxy clear stickers that you just stick over those 1-inch punched circles. So yeah, and they just make a great little extra embellishment. So I'm just going to add those to the left, and I will tuck one into the top as well. Right, I've also snipped off some of the words and phrases there. I'm going to use friends, and I do use making memories together as well. Right, so I'm just finishing up the sticking down on that left. And I did decide, now this Today Was Awesome moves around quite a lot. So it's down on the white cardstock, it's on the pattern paper, and sometimes I just sit things and leave them there, and then I get a bit of a view on what I think. So while I'm doing that, I'm tucking at the top there. That's one of the tabs that comes with the Fox box, and it says Love This Life on it. And then I felt like the layout needed a bit more balance on the right. So I'm creating a cluster down here And I've got one of the sort of pink journaling cards. I'm going to layer over that little floral cluster. And then I do fiddle around quite a bit with this camera and a few of the sort of phrases and the little epoxy flair. So you'll see that getting moved around quite a lot. So look, there's my today was awesome. I've decided it is going to go on the pattern paper. It worked, I think, quite well because it is that really sort of deep, it's almost like a charcoaly grey. But I think it suited it there. And also it gave me a bit more room to add my journaling in, which I will do below that. So I'm just layering up the pieces here, sticking them across the edge, and I will obviously trim that off later. There you go. See, that camera's just moving around. I cannot decide. I really wanted to get it in, but actually I don't in the end because it just didn't work for me. So yeah. Okay, so I think I'm deciding, yes, I think I'm almost happy with that. Oh no, still playing around. Oh no, finally I'm committing, getting them stuck down. And then I've got that little banner there. I curve them up in the center and the ends, and then I just stick them down in two places below so it gives it a really nice dimension. Adding a few little single leaves there, and then of course I'll add that fabulous epoxy flair at the top. What's next? Another little word. Okay, I've got the word here. I think it's friends. I'm just adding that in. Photos are from, we went out for a beautiful lunch very recently to Pavyllon restaurant in the Four Seasons Hotel in London. It's got one Michelin star. And we met up with friends that Lee knows from his work. And it was really, really lovely. They're real foodies and they really love eating at and they've ate at some amazing places. So we were really excited to go along and join them for this. So we had, it was really, really delicious. It was beautiful, great service. We had really lovely wine and it was fabulous company, a really lovely afternoon. So yeah, I'm glad I've been able to get those photos documented and committed to a layout. Okay, trimming off that bottom corner there. And then I think we are pretty much done other than my journaling, which I will add after the after the video. Oh, that's right, I forgot. I did add some gold splatters. I felt I needed to because I had the gold leaves over on the left. I thought I just wanted to add a little bit more gold to each of the clusters, so just doing that. And then I think I'm done. So here is the final layout. There we go, all finished. And here are some of the close-ups. You'll see the fabulous Today Was Awesome title from the May Fox box. There's some of the DIY epoxy flares. And I hope you have enjoyed watching the process video and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.